Greetings and salutations, everyone. Today, I am drawing the Sinnoh region's designated grass starter, Turtwig. It evolves into Grotle, and then finally Torterra, the powerfully bulky grass and ground type. Unless you're an icy breeze, in which case, yeah, your Torterra has taken a very long nap. Interestingly enough with this drawing, I actually came up with a design for this drawing a couple months ago, and let's just say I didn't like it very much. I was more or less just okay with it. And that was because when looking at it, I thought to myself, well, at least it looks like a turtle. But I just couldn't be satisfied. So I stepped away from my sketchbook and the design for about a week. And then upon coming back, I came up with another design. And this newfound design, in turn, leaned more toward a realistic looking turtle with a large lower jaw and a curly twig on top. Isn't it cute? And I really liked how that turned out. So then, fast forward 2 months later, and now I'm drawing it here in front of you. And honestly, the design still looks pretty good. It's probably even one of my favorites because of how much of a surprise it was and how it turned out. I know that the first Turtwig design was a part of a series of small thumbnail designs for all of the starters that I tried to get out, so I had at least something to look back on throughout the weeks and weeks I'd be pumping out video after video. But I ended up coming back to this one in particular because of just how unsatisfied I was with the first draft. And if I want you to take something away from this drawing, away from this video, is that it's important to never drain yourself, and whether you draw or edit videos or write or sing or anything, if things aren't coming to you right away, it's easy to get frustrated and just settle with what you got. But instead, if you take a step back, take a break, and come back to it the next day or even a week later, you'll be coming back with fresher eyes and a new mindset, I promise. And you'll be even more capable to tackle on whatever challenge was blocking you before. I guarantee. Even if you're frustrated, just try it. And I know myself, from experience, it's difficult to quit, especially if you're naturally a stubborn person. The inking on this was pretty interesting because halfway through the drawing and penciling phase, I decided to add moss and grass literally growing from portions on Turtwig's body. I felt because Turtwig was based on a turtle and slow and steady animals naturally have greenery growing on them, I thought, well, why not try this one out? Plus, I just like adding moss to things. Just watch my Trico video if you want to see what I'm talking about. And I feel it turned out to be a nice touch in the end. As for the coloring, well, there wasn't anything super in particular that I felt worth mentioning. I chose colors that I had that were going to get me as close to the original design's colors as possible, having to mix and blend sometimes if I needed to. And I used a lot of olive green, which I'm a fan of. But that's about it. And then last but not least, I added some background to make it seem as if Turtwig was in a large and expansive grassy plain. And it really complemented the shadows that I put underneath Turtwig. And that should wrap it all up. I hope you don't think these are getting too boring, and I'm hoping you guys look forward to these drawings every week. From the comments I've been receiving, it seems that way. And I like having this little project on the side to do. Next week's video should be quite the cute one. Since it's Piplup and penguins are just innately adorable. So yeah, I like what I got planned for that. As always, check out more videos here if you want. And whether you be friends or strangers, it'd be a great help if you shared this within your circles and around the interwebs. Leave a like and maybe even subscribe, but only do so if you feel so inclined. I'll see you all next week. Be safe and stay original.